A very good morning to you and welcome to Good Morning Anambra Monday edition. How are you? I'm sure you'll be wondering why I'm smiling. Well, I just want to be happy and healthy. These days, if you don't smile, what you see is what you get. I hope you had a good weekend. I'm not asking the football fans. I am asking every other person. Anyway, how will you even have a good weekend when there was no power supply anywhere and the heat is cooking us like we are inside a pot? It's a very horrible thing, but we are going to survive. You know, in all of this, keep smiling. It's just for your heart anyway. Okay, thank you very much. Welcome. Well, this is Good Morning Anambra, and the first thing we're going to bring you this morning is the press review. Do stand by.
My champs, they use energy at school. I know because imagine the energy they may have used up to return home this transform every day.
Your champs need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast.
It has nutrients that support energy release to help champs get the most out of their active days. Milo!
Okay, joining me this morning is Engineer Tony Anebua. He's a public affairs analyst. Engineer Anebua, good morning to you.
Good morning, everybody. Happy viewing.
Thank you very much. And then, another person was supposed to join us, but then he's not yet here. Let's move on as we hit our website to bring you the stories that are making the rounds there. The first one there says, Mrs. Soludo calls for proactive measures to reduce cardiovascular challenges. Oh, yes. And then Ohaneze Ndibo VP asks Southeast governors to collaborate on infrastructural development. Urumba South Council launches Operation Keep Urumba South Clean and Livable initiative. Oh, yeah, these are the main stories you'll find from our website this morning, as there are other stories there. Yeah, Tony, Mrs. Soludo calling for proactive measures to reduce cardiovascular challenges. Of course, we are just talking behind the scene when I told you that due to the situation of things in the country, that I am a very big football fan, but then I didn't watch this ASCON because I want to be healthy. Okay, I want to watch my heart instead of the ball.
Yes. Hey, my dear, is very pathetic. In fact, a lot of people should be careful of their heart this period. In fact, all of us, everybody, including myself, like you said, I didn't even go near the screen to watch this AFCON tournament. I didn't. Why I didn't go there is that, one, I've seen no reason why I should even go to watch football.
We're not discussing football. We're discussing cardiovascular.
That is what I'm saying. They are part of it because when your heart is already challenged, people's hearts are already challenged. Okay, a lot of tension, a lot of pressure. There's no light. Okay, a bag of cement is 10,000 plus or nearing 10,000. Petrol is 700 a liter. There's heat everywhere. The sun is also on strike on us. I don't know what is the. Why do we even need to go and watch football? You see, on the Bible, so no onion yana aboko. Matakere ko nya lago yana aboko water na choke. So, even affect will be mad. Many people are dying. I think if we are going to take inventory, we have to understand that some people are dying of heart-related disease.
A lot of them.
People are collapsing. Their hearts are failing. Okay, so what we need to do individually is to keep away from that thing that put more pressure on our hearts. eat well, relax, okay? Then use medication where necessary, but above all, do all you have to do that are not what you call non-chemotherapy to take care of your heart, because the pressure that our hearts are going, and unfortunately, I was asking questions and I said, do we really have a government that cares again? Because all these things boils down to one thing. Those days when things get so tough like this, some measures are hurriedly put in place to cushion the effect. In Nigeria today, everybody is non-plus, nobody is interested.
They're sharing rice.
Okay, yes, sharing rice as palliative.
How many cups of
What is rice? Even if you give somebody, a family, 5 bags of full rice, a full bag of rice, how long what will it cushion? Will it cushion the effect on gari? Will it cushion the effect on palm oil?
On meat.
On meat. You see, I remember those days when there was a scarcity of fuel. The federal government directed the NNPC to set up depot discharge points in all the states throughout the federation, so that people will access fuel at the price, the government, at the greater government price from their states and their state capital. Is it impossible for government to direct Ibeto and Co., those people that produce cement, that they should open their direct? Because last time I heard that Boa was saying they are selling cement at 3,000 something. Now, why is it 9,000, 8,000 downstream? Is there no way to take it down to the people so that people will buy it at such a cheaper rate? Why all this pressure?
So that our hearts will be taken
care of. Because why
is giving pressure to the heart?
Why we are saying all this is because cardiovascular problems and challenges are not just coming on their own, or something na cause here. So because we cannot be talking about challenges, dealing with cardiovascular challenges when the problem is still there. The problem that is on the people is challenges on the environment. A bad economic situation is giving people pain in the heart. Okay?
Okay.
So that is where the measures will start. The measure, Ms. Soludo, I'm happy she got to that point. But let the measure be directed towards alleviating the pressure that's on the people that makes their heart to be failing.
Okay. Thank you. Ohanes Ndibo VP asked Southeast governors to collaborate on infrastructural development. This is very important. This is what all of us have been, clamoring about. That's need for us to develop this region. Okay, this thing outside this region. Why don't we do it here? Let's build a nation in a nation, so that at a stage, at a point like this, you are comfortable where you are. You don't have need for this migration and, intimidation you face outside here.
First of all, what is happening in the South is vis-a-vis security. A lot of people, a lot of companies, a lot of investors pulled out of South is because of insecurity problem. Security challenges have been a problem. Indeed, one problem of infrastructural development as it concerns private sector. Private sector are doing their best, struggling all over Nigeria. We are the best. Okay? Despite where we can now say lack of government support. Now, but this private sector is also being affected because of insecurity. So what I think Ohanes Ndibo will channel their effort is to discuss with government on the way of dealing with insecurity, the challenges of insecurity in Southeast. Because few people will like to come here and buy land and set up industries. Like we heard what was happening in Lagos period ago. Sometimes people say, let us stay there, instead of coming to a place where we will die. In fact, let it be that our property are demolished in wherever they are being demolished, instead of coming here to put our head. Okay, so where Ohanes Ndibo and the Southeast governors would collaborate more will be on how do we solve the problem of insecurity. Whatever is the cause of that insecurity, is there no way it can be discussed? What about the political solution? Why do Nigerian government always think of using military solution? in problems that we can sit down and discuss. Can Nigeria not sit down and discuss our political problems? Because I'm sure, I am very, very sure that most of the problems that lead to this insecurity are political problems, political related problems. Okay? Because I've not seen people that pick up arms because the economy is bad. I've not seen anybody in this country that pick up arms because the economy is bad.
Let's start from home. Can't the Southeast governors come together to discuss this insecurity you're talking about?
You know why I mentioned? Do you know why I get it to?
That will give birth to
do you know why
infrastructural development?
Why I take it to the level I took it is because this, as far as I am concerned, the security problem, the cause of insecurity problem in the Southeast cannot be solved by the state government. Because we know, first of all, the people with what we are fighting in Nigeria, in the Southeast, is not problem the governors will solve. It's the problem the national government will solve, the central government will solve. We know it. Okay? So if you start talking about Southeast governors solving the insecurity problem in Southeast, it's just like
all right,
we know where the problem is. We know what led to insecurity problem in the Southeast. It had not been like that before. Just a few years ago it started. And we know where it came from. Okay. So that's what I mean. So what Ohanes and the Southeast governors will do is to take a delegation to the federal government. Let us apply political solution to the problem in the Southeast.
Okay.
Let's call these people that are everywhere in the bushes and their leader. What is the problem? We will solve this problem. It's not the issue of saying let the governors. What do the governors do?
Odema, Tony, let's move on. Orumba South Council launches Operation Keep Orumba South Clean and Livable initiative. Very, very good one that is expected other local governments to queue in to ensure that we'll have a clean environment. Of course, the state government is also in the business of cleaning our environment all over the state to make sure that we don't fall sick. Okay, let's look at the pages of the newspapers. Punch newspaper is our first paper this morning. And on the front page of the Punch newspaper, heartbroken, Nigeria's mourn Wizkid Wigwe. A very horrible one. Very, very horrible. I don't know why our hearts should be broken in pieces now, because it does appear what played out yesterday was it rubbed into the pains we already are experiencing. Okay, and I think we'll have a lot of riders under that story. Friends, well-wishers recall Let's See EO's life and times. Nigeria may demand report as U.S. probes crash. He was unlike other Nigerian big men, says Mentee. Wigwe exit of a banking Wizkid. Oh, Tinubu, Abiodun, family, friends, mourn stock exchange giant, Ogumbancho. Okay, the guy that, okay. Nigeria's predicament not solely political. This is coming from Adeboye. Nigeria's predicament not solely political. What it is, spiritual. Okay. Adisco overcharged 7.1 million customers in 9 months, and yet there's no lights. I don't understand. I don't want to talk anything. I don't want anything to affect my heart this morning. 4 killed as gunmen abduct 5 in Ogun. And then Nigeria to become food exporter through mechanized farming. Who is saying this? Oh, Tinubu. Okay. Let's look at the front page of the Vanguard newspaper, please. Vanguard newspaper, higher prices loom as businesses rely more on loans to survive. Hey, I don't know what's going on, but let's see as we move on. Borrowing from banks rises 52%, 1.83 trillion naira. And then interest payment rises 332.3% to 589.62 billion naira. Okay, Edoguba, Benin Chief, Nkimi, Senators, NLC Chairman, emerges PDP delegates. Wow. Okay, Nigeria needs spiritual help to solve challenges. Adeboye, I said it. Since it's not economic or political, it is spiritual. I don't, with this thing that in the Amama Melo during the election, I don't expect any of them to be talking now. You know? Daily Independent is our next paper. Paying remittances in Naira will worsen affects crisis. This is coming from Expert. Paying remittances in Naira. Okay, so what do we do to start paying in dollars? Because I heard that some schools and a whole lot of people are now paying in dollars. So we are determined to achieve food sufficiency for Nigeria. This is coming from Tinubu. There is a time that you don't just talk, you keep quiet and be walking on the ground for people to start seeing what you are doing and then start talking for you. The Guardian newspaper, exiting oil firms pollute Niger Delta with 36.1 million liters of crude in 8 years. Exiting oil firms pollute Niger Delta with 36.1 million liters of crude in 8 years. As the banner headline coming from the Guardian newspaper. But other stories coming from there. Anglican Church, Afe Babalola tax Tinubu on fiscal policies. The Serap sues Akpabio Abbas over 344.85 billion naira National Assembly budget. U.S. begins investigation into crash as Access Holdings scouts for Wigwe's replacement. Manako, nobody is indispensable.
Nobody.
Why they've not even packed their body, they're already looking for displacement. It's business. Okay, hardship. States in Nigeria risk total collapse amid rising hunger, unemployment. JAPA says report. Okay, states in Nigeria risk total collapse amid rising hunger, unemployment. JAPA, and then reports who sees way to JAPA and you are still here. APC aspirants suspends participation in a Dogba Parliament. Nobody wants to hear about. Okay, let's get back to where we started, Tony. The Wigwe case. I don't know how to talk about that case. It's heartbroken. Okay, but we still have to talk about it. The investigation is still going on. I don't know whether the bodies have been picked. Let's join the story, and replacement is being sought after by the Onyeobunanachi Preserve, the Access Holdings.
Well, the whole thing about it is for us to know that nobody is indispensable. We are all expendable. Once life goes out of us, the world life continues. Others live their life. No matter how important you think you are, no matter how big, how high you think people around you take you to be, once that last breath goes off you, environment shifts, okay? So that is why the replacement is already being sought. And I think we've mourned him, we are still mourning him and his family. It's a pity. It's left for us, both high and mighty, to know that we are nobodies. Whatever you think you are nobody. Okay, so on that note, say may his soul rest and that of his family rest in peace. Amen. Then the area again I want to touch is where our president was saying something about economic age. I think, like I was discussing with one of my children this morning, he said, do anybody still believe Tinubu? Because I remember that when he came in a few months ago, he told us that by December, petroleum, our refineries will start working. And petroleum, that after the subsidy will be channeled, the subsidy removal, that the money from there will be channeled to refinery, reactivation of Nigerian refineries, so that we'll start producing this refining fuel in our country. Today, nobody is talking about that again. Okay? That cement will go down to more below 3,000, or that we know where we are today. So I don't know, like you said, there is no need for Mr. President to continue talking. What Nigerians want to see is results. Results. We are dying. Unfortunately, this country is made up of special species of human beings. I don't know the stuff Nigerians are made up of. People that don't react. Nothing. Instead of us to react to deal with our problem, we shift it to another person. Transporters will meet only to increase price, transport fare. Not that they will want to find out why fuel is the way it is. Every other union we meet to shift the pain to another person. We continue to shift pain to another person. That's why we are where we are today, because we don't confront our problems. Can you now imagine the man of God that said our Nigerian problem is not political, it is by going to praying? Okay? But he forgot that it is even said in the scripture that prayer without good work is nullity, is in vain. We have, in fact, I want to tell you that Nigeria's problem is political. Even the economic problem we are going through is politically related. Because there are a lot of things, political things, actions that will be taken. Putting the right person in the right place, the economic problem will be solved. But because they don't want the right person to be placed there because he's from so and so place, he doesn't want the right person to be employed. Some people are talking about that the reason why they want to move, I don't know whether it is the reason, but they were saying that many people that are working in the CBN who are children of big people. Because already somebody was asking, does CBN ever employ people? They never seen advert on the social media when they say they employ. So it means that all these big people, when their children leave school from abroad, they put them in CBN. And the problem now is that
and NNPC.
And NNPC, yes, you never see NNPC employing. So those are the people that are enjoying those top areas, their children. Now the economy is affecting both the high and the mighty. And they are leaving their job. They are moving, they're pulling out. Okay? Their children are moving out because they cannot endure the long queue on the streets. They cannot endure, because at the end of the day, it will still come back to you. So the point I'm trying to make is that we have a problem that our government is no longer responsive. Responsive government, when you talk about responsiveness, it means that when something adverse happens, you respond. You respond to bring it back to normalcy. What is the responsive nature of our governments to bring the situation back to normalcy, so that Nigerians will ever think that they are part of this human community? You talk about the japaring, these people are where are you japaring to? To a place where the angels put in place. Are they not human beings that build all those areas you are japaring to? Can't we sit back here and deal with our problem?
Let people japa to your own place.
Let people japa to Nigeria. I still remember that I've started work, I've earning money when dollar was 70 kobo, 76 kobo. Today, the dollar is 1,500 plus. Because nothing goes up in Nigeria and come down.
And you're here talking.
A bag of cement is approaching 10,000 every day to be adding money. The government is not responding to it. And they are telling us that we should have more patience. For how long? It was like when they were telling us that democracy was nascent. Nascent democracy, we should have patience. We've been having that. It's no longer nascent now. Nobody is mentioning nascent democracy.
After so
because I am going to give patience. Nascent to distant. Okay? Now we will continue. Last year you told us it's going to be well. Today we're coming. It's not. You are trying to tell us to have more patience. Patience in one other. Wow. So the problem is that we are having a government that, and in fact, I think the problem should go even to us, the people. Because it's your duty to retrieve that thing from Onyori. Our Nigerian people have become so docile that even when we are pushed to the wall, instead of reacting to the pressure, we break the wall with our back so that we don't respond, we don't react.
What do you think is responsible for the docile nature of Nigerians?
Corruption,
ethnicity,
politics, that's
ethnicity,
corruption,
you know,
because everybody wants
religion.
Everybody is adjusting.
It's my religion man that is in power.
Yes,
I don't want to do anything.
These are my people. My people.
So ethnicity. Why didn't you react when your brother was there? Now that my brother is there, you want us to come and protest.
You don't want to eat. Don't want me to eat my own. It's my time to eat, and you are calling me to come and protest.
Coupled with the fact that we have They have so, dehumanized us that, they will so stifle you and make you start looking for yourself. Is this who I am? You want to do something and there is something pulling you back, not just the exist, but that is trying to squeeze life out of you that you don't even have strength to do anything. Man is an angry man. That is just it.
But in Nigeria, our anger, instead of turning to the place to deal with the problem, we turn the anger to ourselves. Our hunger doesn't give us positive anger. There are positive and negative anger. Our own hunger gives us negative anger. Our own hunger gives us negative anger. That's why you go to the street to see people fighting themselves, killing themselves, or what is not the cause. The people we are fighting are not the cause.
Okay.
A society where there is nobody is washing, nobody is doing anything to put anything in order. Somebody can be killed in a spot and nobody will respond.
I'm telling you.
Everybody will just run away. No, there's no security to respond to that.
They see people attacking you. Instead of coming to rescue you, they will be running away.
It's not even the people that will come to save you because nobody is armed. Are we armed to come and apprehend the armed person? But it's supposed that at every point in our society there should be security. There should be police.
Tony,
the Nigerian society is not properly policed.
Our first lady said we should guard our hearts. So let's guard our hearts.
I've been guarding my heart. I don't know. If you search me, you see maybe agreeing with something.
Let's look at the rest of the papers, I beg. The Daily Trust is our next paper. Federal workers in 90 MDAs yet to get January salary. This is the banner headline on Daily Trust this morning. And I've been waiting to see the paper that will carry the story of what happened last night. Daily Trust has broken the jinx. Cote d'Ivoire empowered Nigeria to lift AFCON 2023 trophy. Okay, Nigerian press never saw it as a good news to carry or whatever, because I'm surprised. I thought it was going to add on the pages of newspapers today. Okay, forest crisis, Hajj registration below 50% as payment closes today. Where you see money, where you see dollar, go Hajj. Alleged killings of graduates sparks protest in Kaduna community. And then Nigeria experiencing stalled per capita growth, poverty, food insecurity. This is coming from the same IMF that asked us to devalue our naira, that asked us to increase fuel pump price and a whole lot of things. Now they have turned back to say Nigeria is experiencing stalled per capita growth, poverty, and food insecurity. Until you know where your problem is coming from, you won't solve it. High cost of living, pray, repent, Sultan tells Nigeria, and can you imagine? So all these people that are living, for all these nations that are living fine, they are fasting and praying. That's why their government is working. They shouldn't just get us annoyed. We're already annoyed, please. And then the last paper this morning is the Nigerian Tribune. There's an interesting story up here. Okay, U.S. to lift ban on Nigerian vessel, gives 3 years plan. Okay, that's not just what I'm looking for. Federal government should not push ASU to go on strike again. Committee of VCs are saying this. So it's an annual event. Every year, strike, the universities will gather and go on strike because you don't know how to stand on your point to get what you want before you resume the one that you are on. That's why we're having all these problems. If you say, if you don't shift from here to here, I won't resume. If it's going to take years, do it and do it once and for all. Not every year you are planning strike and whatever. Okay, the banner headline on Nigerian Tribune this morning say price of cement soars by 60%. Experts raise alarm. Who are they raising the alarm to? Ijoma or Tony? Okay, amid escalating cost of drugs, diabetic, hypertensive patients turn to God for healing. Oh my God. Look at the story that is coming from a nation called Nigeria.
Ijoma, one of the basic things we owe ourselves, and rather, let me say it this way, one of the basic things the government owes the citizen is shelter. Okay? Because and that shelter is being sabotaged. And I don't know what it would take for government to license. I know there's this Ibeto cement sometime that has been dead. Is there no remedial measure that the government will put in place to make sure that the cement price comes down? If there are cement companies that are closed down, can't government help them to get up?
Did they close down because they want to close down?
Okay, no, I want to ask.
They even say they don't have fund to.
I want to start that way, so that which other things that is government related that make those companies to close down, can't government go back and do something that it is a crime against humanity for people not to find shelter.
It's horrible.
Okay, it is a crime against, you see. And another thing I want to say, I think there's somewhere you read about people being owed their salary. At this bad period of time, that people that are even being paid are dying. You are still owing somebody, especially government. It is also another crime. Because when you look at murdering, people think it's only when you slaughter somebody with gun or with knife that you have killed somebody. There are some murdering that people do by inaction, by not doing what they're supposed to do. How can you be owing somebody salary at this period in time when it is even hard for people that are receiving salary to survive? Is it not murder?
It's an act of murder.
So these are things that when I look at in this country, I start to say, what type of human beings are in this country called Nigeria? And like I mentioned, the only palliative that is acceptable to me is palliative that have long lasting. If a government is owing anybody, and some government will owe some group of people in their state and will still be giving palliative. What are you deceiving?
No. What is even the method of sharing this palliative?
You are giving somebody
I have not received a cup of rice or a cup of beans. How does it even?
I don't know who even told us this idea of dividing rice into little bags is another terrible thing. If you are giving somebody a bag or giving the person one full bag of rice, what is
this little bag of maybe 4 or 5 cups? When I cooked 8 cups yesterday.
My dear,
I don't understand what.
You see why
there is
sometimes
nothing you can do to alleviate poverty in this country except you do the needful.
You do the needful.
You know
don't give me rice.
You know what caused the problem.
Don't
Go and remove that price that you put in fuel.
Thank you.
Once you remove it and revert it to what it used to be, everything will fall in place. We're having this problem because of the increase in fuel pump price. That's all. Once
Nigeria start producing their fuel, refining our fuel and selling it at our own price. You don't sell fuel at the international market price because this is local product. And this is why we are where we are today. And then you are turning around to give palliative of bag of rice. Or 1/4 or 3/4 or 1/5 bag. Say, no board 1 bag. No, for don't have 4 cups na adin. Na maiju. You see? So I don't know where we get this type of people we are in Nigeria, we are sharing a nation with. Especially those in government, because these are where the problem is. The Commonwealth is meant to be put together to make people's life easier. You are holding people's Commonwealth and you are making it look like it's your own. You are dashing it out to people. You are dashing it out to people. Tomorrow when that such person dies, you will go there and they carry entourage to go and bury.
Okay, hold on, Tony.
And to go for condolence message, you give them money for the death of their people, but you are part of the cause of the death.
Tony, the president said that we are determined to achieve food sufficiency for Nigeria. Could you please tell me the area or how this will be achievable? Just briefly before we go. Is it the farmers that are already dislodged in their farms by the terrorists that you have opened your border and allowed them to come and chase everybody off the farm? How? The other day we saw this video that is trending that the northern state governors gathered together and spoke to the Sokoto governor that nobody should come to buy food in their place. If you see any trailer or truck that is loaded with foodstuff, confiscate it, share the food to people that we don't even have enough to eat, so we can't move food southwest. So how do you intend to achieve this? To import gari, import rice and beans or whatever?
My sister, you see why I told you. My son told me this morning, who again believes Tinubu. You are going to achieve food sufficiency when you have not achieved fuel sufficiency, when you have not achieved cement sufficiency, what sufficiency can you achieve? And then what is your strategy to achieving this sufficiency in food? Like you said, I know the battle I'm still fighting with in my farm, the little one plot where I'm putting small this thing. In fact, by now, what they do is to burn the bushes. They set fire in all the bushes in our farms, and as they are burning them, they burn everything that is there. Both the one you have not harvested, both the cash crops you planted,
the yam,
mango,
the cassava,
even the tree plants you put there, like oranges, mango, they burn all of them off. Because they want the grass to grow fast, immediately because the ones they burn.
So you go to somebody's farm.
So you are now
somebody's legitimate farm.
And deliberately put
somebody's
fire on them.
inheritance and put fire on it,
Okay.
so that grasses will grow for your cow.
And then this government has not done anything to deal with these marauders. These people, and they are telling us when you are driving away farmers from their farm, and you are talking about where on earth will this food sufficiency be from? Now, these people that are telling people to stop coming to their state to buy any food stuff are the people that generated these criminals. And they dispatch them to the south because they want to feed their cattle. They are the people that exported them, because I remember those periods they were coming with trailer load of people we reported to have dumped in Enugu, and they will be moving into the bushes for nothing. What they all find here. And then the government of Tinubu and the other governments in Nigeria have not done anything to deal with these people that are grazing their cattle openly and destroying our agricultural farms.
Okay, Tony. Okay, let's
and
gather
they're telling
our
us
hearts.
of food sufficiency. How?
Let's gather our hearts. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm put to my heart.
Incidentally, that's how we are calling it a quit, because when you keep talking about these things, you aggravate your heart more. I'm telling you. So I don't want to face any emergency here. So let's just call it a day on today's edition of the program and newspaper review. Thank you very much for coming, Tony, Engineer Tony Anebo.
My people, guard your heart. Onye ọbụla zọba onwe zọba na onwe unu na onye alachara ogolosi na onye alachara ọnya nya alachala ya ọnya ịmali ibe ga-eme ka obi gị kolop ekwekwana ya ọ bụrụ nke a iji ọma pụtara na ebe a na-agba nkweshọn maka Nigeria na-ama na-eji no ibe anyị
Oliman, thank you very much. My name is Tijama. We'll be here tomorrow morning, God keeping us. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome to Healthitude. My name is Nonya Mokoye. I'm glad to welcome you to today's episode of the program, Infectious Diseases, Testing and Prevention.
They didn't quite know that it may be one person that had it, and mosquitoes kept spreading it from one person to the other.
And dental care helps us, assess women and detect problems early. Let me give an example.
What causes the change in the body color is called jaundice.
But the operative thing is that they are transmissible from one person to another.
So when the colors brain, the whole lot of problems that come from it now arises.
Uju, you look me well. When they call me madman. No, wait, now me they call madman. cause this thing.
True. But is he not mad?
Why your man?
Why your wife go dey carry things dey
Nothing
waka?
at the talk, sir.
Make una dey follow in the house for all the matter as it dey happen for we obodo Naija. If you miss am, you don't miss out be that oh.
In line with its urban renewal agenda, the Saludo administration has started the Operation Clean Up Onitsha, Oka, Nnewi, Ekwulobia, and other major cities in the state. The governor, Professor Charles Chukwuma Saludo, has already set the pace by personally joining in the desilting of gutters and drainages in Ochanja and its suburb. A sustainable, clean, green, and livable Anambra is possible. So, join in the drainage desilting campaign and Operation Keep Your Gutters Clean. Keep your environment clean. Clean your gutters regularly. Do not block drainages with refuse. Properly dispose of sachets, banana peels, and upper wraps. Please pay your sanitation levy to enable the government fulfill its obligations. The solution is here. Be part of the solution.
Otua. Yes. Solution abiago, solution abiago. Solution abiago. Solution abiago, solution abiago. Solution abiago. Professor Chukwuma Saludo. Solution abiago. Charlie Wamba for solution abiago. Solution abiago. Our able governor solution abiago. Solution abiago. If I wanna get any one, Professor Chukwuma Saludo nibu game changer. Olominalo nanyana fudeli wagota. Chukwu goziegi until you forget yourself. Ending the era of schools without teachers. 5,000 teachers employed at they go. Ending the era of hospitals without doctors. 400 doctors employed at they go. 5,000 youth empowered with 2 billion naira. 400 kilometers of roads in less than 2 years. Primary health centers in 326 wards. Free education, free antenatal, free delivery. Solution abiago, solution abiago. Solution abiago. Solution abiago, solution abiago. Solution abiago. Professor Chukwuma Saludo. Solution abiago. Charlie Wamba for solution abiago. Solution abiago. Our able governor solution abiago. Solution abiago. Onyelo tax holiday for traders and artisans. 10% salary increment for civil servants. Zero tolerance for doubt and doubting. Digital skills for 20,000 youths. Solution is here, solution. Innovation district. Solution is here, solution is here. Why you 2 skills? Solution abiago, solution abiago. Solution abiago. Solution abiago, solution abiago. Solution abiago. Professor Chukwuma Saludo. Solution abiago. Charlie Wamba for solution abiago. Solution abiago. Our able governor solution abiago. Solution abiago.
Yes, agriculture, Governor Saludo was best.
Avambu BFF. Chika Alex, Akana Kubit.
Yes, in the street, also they walking in every night.
Digital Studios.
Yeah, government salute, they are not involved. So,
This is ABS, Heartbeat of the East.